You're the one everyone calls when things fall apart. The stable one, the calm one, the reliable one. But sometimes, you secretly wish you weren't, and then you feel guilty for even thinking that. Why does being the strong one feel so heavy? When it's supposed to feel empowering? You rarely break down in front of people. You solve problems. You give advice. You hold space. In group conversations, you're the emotional anchor. In family conflicts, you're the mediator. In relationships, you're the steady ground. But when you're alone, you feel tired in a way sleep doesn't fix. You hesitate before sharing your own struggles because you don't want to burden anyone. You think, they already rely on me. I shouldn't make this about me. Over time, something subtle happens. Your identity fuses with competence, with control, with emotional regulation. Psychology calls this role-based identity formation. When a trait becomes not just something you do, but who you are. And once that happens, breaking character feels dangerous. Because if you're not the strong one, who are you? But here's the quiet contradiction. You crave support. You want to feel held. Yet when someone tries to help you, you minimize your pain. That tension isn't random. It's a learned adaptation, and it started earlier than you think. You are not strong because you're naturally invincible. You became strong because at some point, it was necessary. Maybe you were the emotionally mature child, the one who didn't cause trouble, the one who sensed other people's moods and adjusted. When environments are unpredictable, the brain looks for control, and competence becomes safety. So your nervous system learned, if I stay composed, things don't fall apart. If I handle it, no one else has to. If I'm useful, I belong. That's not a flaw. That's adaptation. But adaptations can outlive the environments that created them, and what once protected you can quietly isolate you. So why does your brain resist letting go of this role? That's where the mechanism gets interesting. Your brain runs on prediction. In neuroscience, this is called predictive processing. Your brain constantly tries to minimize uncertainty. Being the strong one is predictable. You know how to act. Others know what to expect from you, and predictability feels safe. There's also a reward loop involved. When you solve problems for others, your brain releases dopamine. When people thank you or rely on you, oxytocin strengthens the bond. You feel needed. And being needed reduces the fear of rejection, but there's a hidden cost. If your value is tied to strength, then vulnerability feels like a threat to belonging. Your amygdala, the brain's threat detector, lights up at the idea of losing your role, so you suppress your needs. Not consciously, automatically. Here is a simple mental model. Imagine you're holding a heavy shield in front of everyone else. At first, it protects you all, but over time, your arms get tired. The shield becomes part of your identity. So putting it down doesn't just feel risky, it feels like losing yourself. And this is why you secretly resent the role, because your nervous system is exhausted, but afraid to stop. So what do you do when strength becomes a cage? Not by collapsing, but by rebalancing. What to do? Start describing your strength as a behavior, not a personality trait. Instead of, I am the strong one, say, I handle hard things well. Why it works. This reduces identity fusion. In cognitive psychology, identity flexibility lowers threat response when roles shift. When a friend asks how you're doing, instead of defaulting to advice, say, I'm usually the problem solver, but today I'm a little overwhelmed. You're not abandoning strength. You're expanding identity. What to do? Share small, real struggles before you reach breaking point. Why it works. Gradual exposure reduces amygdala sensitivity. Your brain learns that vulnerability doesn't equal rejection. Instead of saying I'm fine, say, honestly, this week's been heavier than usual. Watch what happens. Most people don't pull away. They lean in. What to do? Pause before fixing someone's problem. Let there be silence. Why it works. Many strong ones have high empathic attunement, but constant emotional regulation of others activates chronic stress pathways. When someone vents, instead of offering solutions immediately, say, "That sounds hard." Then stop. You'll notice the urge to rescue. That urge is your old wiring. Let it pass. What to do? Ask yourself, if I wasn't solving problems, how else could I add value? Why it works. This broadens your reward system beyond competence. It shifts dopamine triggers from performance to presence. In a group setting, contribute a personal story instead of advice. Be human, not heroic. What to do? Intentionally choose moments where you are not responsible for anyone. Why it works. Your nervous system needs states of low vigilance. Chronic responsibility keeps cortisol elevated. Take a walk without checking your phone. Let someone else plan dinner. Say no without over-explaining. Strength doesn't disappear when you rest. It recalibrates. Here's the mental model to remember. Strength is a tool, not a personality. You've been holding the shield for so long that you forgot you can set it down. Not forever, just sometimes. When you allow others to see your tired arms, you don't lose respect, you gain depth. The paradox is this: the moment you stop performing strength, you become stronger in a different way, because now it's chosen, not automatic. You don't have to stop being capable. You don't have to stop being steady. But you're allowed to be supported. You're allowed to say, "I don't have it today." And the people who only valued you for your resilience were never really valuing you. Strength is beautiful, but so is being seen without it. Maybe the real growth isn't becoming stronger. It's trusting that you're still worthy when you're not.